What's your name? Where are you based out of? And what are you here to do this weekend?
My name is Bryan Stacy. I'm based out of Wilmington, North Carolina, and I am here to live paint and display my art in the art gallery this weekend.
Cool. What was your first festival experience? How'd you get into this?
That's a good question.
If you even remember.
Yeah, no, I used to go to festivals even before I was like 18, you know, and like Lyfe Festival and some more kind of like local cultural arts stuff. But my first like festival experience that is kind of like relevant to all this was in 2009 at Trinumeral, which was a festival that would happen on like the like the triple date every year in the Asheville area.
January 11th, February 22nd.
Yeah, like 555, like and it went on for years. It doesn't happen anymore, but there was a bunch of artists there that were really high caliber that were like doing multiple paintings throughout the weekend. Big murals and just painting with the music. And I remember one of them was Ishmael, and Ishmael kind of showed me and this other guy that I used to paint with like some love, because we were just drawing in our black books, like kind of just kicking it with
Renegade.
them. Yeah. And he was like, look, they gave me all this wood to paint on. You guys have this one, go and paint on it. And so me and him, it was like Pretty Lights, Lotus, a bunch of really cool music. We took our painting up to the rail and just painted on the rail.
So a true kind of just like natural progression into it.
Yeah, and then we sold the painting at the festival.
We love that.
So we were like, I remember my boy Tom like screaming at the top of his lungs when we were like walking down the road. He said, "Thank you for inspiring me." That was a huge experience, and I think that kind of paved the way for like being like, I want to do this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. A lot of words there, sorry.
Yeah, no, we want the words. That's what we're here for. Do you have a favorite painting or proudest moment? What have you been involved with that you are most proud of?
You know what, it's funny you asked this. I am honestly most proud of holding a safe space in this community for all of my women Ardner friends, and being like a source of just chill and kind of looking out for all of our just our intentions out here. That's one of the things I'm most proud of in like the heart realm, but like maybe like art achievement. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
That's a perfect answer. And you do that really well. Do you have a little festival blooper that you're comfortable sharing? Maybe like the tornado, thunderstorm.
Yeah. That was a blooper, more or less a scary experience too. But I was the art director at a festival in Pennsylvania. This was maybe 2017, and it was called the Mad Tea Party Jam. And really good festival, super fun, good family. But we switched the locations to a new place, and there is like a lot of weather at this place, apparently. I didn't really know this. And there was a microburst tornado that happened, and it ripped our art gallery down and almost seriously injured a lot of people. Luckily, no one was hurt. But hail the size of like my fist was like ripping through the art tent, and artists were having to get under their tables to keep from being like pummeled by it. And I remember Leslie was like holding a rope and like looked at me. And I felt like we were on a sinking ship, but we were all checking in with each other. And Rob Fogel, when it was popping the water out of the tent was just like filling with water. So it was really cool. There was like,
community built by strife.
Yeah, it was like we overcame, but I definitely, I know some of the artists have a little bit of like, PTSD from that.
Trauma.
Yeah. And me too. I mean, I always think about that, and it can get really hairy out there. That's why it's hard to bring your art out into these situations. Not only do you have to like be an artist who is like, working, you have to like bring like battle-hardened artwork out, or else it gets destroyed.
That's actually a perfect lead into the next question is why is it important to you? Why do you continue to come out and bring all of your delicate things into the woods? Why is it important to be live when you could just sit in your comfy home and make art there?
I guess there's lots of different ways to think about this, but I think that it's important to share this gift, and just it's a healing thing. And I think that if you can even just inspire one person to pick up a paintbrush try something new.
I started making art because of you guys, because of seeing art at
What?
festivals. That's why
Really?
I started painting. So you did it.
I sometimes don't realize how big that ripple has gone from that, but I think that's why I continue to do it. Is first of all, I really enjoy this. I love this. I love making art. It's not about money for me. It's not about getting noticed or anything. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love when attention. I love when people come and talk to me about it.
Yeah, money's cool too.
Yeah, money's okay too. And have to live. But for me, I just really love creating, and to have the ability to create for a living is such it just fills me with gratitude. And so that's kind of where I'm at. I just am excited to be able to do this and share it with people. So lucky. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And then we also get to see each other every year. There's a lot of synergy that gets built with artists working together.
Connection.
Mm-hmm. And we do that.
I paint better around you guys.
Same. I wouldn't have been able to do this last night without all of that energy that was happening here. And I think that's really good, and it's kind of contagious. So when we bring new artists in, and we're very welcoming here. A lot of our crews are kind of established fam. It's all kind of invite only kind of stuff.
Like a cult?
No. More like an organization. More like
Right.
a monopoly.
Yes.
Not to sound like a jerk, but I think that we keep the doors open, and we like to have new people in, and I think all of the interactions with us working together artistically can spread to anybody who comes and paints with us, and so we like to leave that as a thing that you can come and come into this community. There's no no apprehensions for new people coming and being a part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a home for wandering creatives.
Yes. And
What-
we've all been wandering creatives, but this feels like a home.
Yes.
Every year coming here. This is such a beautiful experience, and I hope to come back every year.
What if you had to? What is your definition of art?
That's pretty cool. I think on the grand scheme, life is art. Living a happy, creative, and free life where you get to do what you want. I sometimes think that might be the biggest art, and having a beautiful family, having a community that is actually emotionally supportive and doesn't just shy away from the hard stuff. But I think art comes from the soul, and it's an expression of the self. It has to exist because we have a lot of stuff that needs to get out that we can't communicate, and it is part of consciousness. I think art is something that is, it's something that we found, but it actually is a necessary part of our existence and our communicating our humanity to each other and to the world.
Art is not optional.
Yes, it's not. It's not something that should be put on the back burner or be the first thing that gets cut from the budget. Just throwing it out there.
Snaps for that.
Snapping for myself.
You should do that all
right.
the time.
Okay.
Bryan, thank you so much for your time. Final question, what are you grateful for today?
Well, I know I've already talked about this, but I'm really grateful for all of this togetherness that we have here in this particular art community, the Pigment Sanctuary. I'm really grateful that we all share an art gallery together and we aren't in individual booths. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think that it takes more work and understanding and communication, compassion, and empathy for each other, and also understanding that we're all different, and we can still be together in this beautiful, harmonious, artistic. It's like a nexus of energy for creation. And it just keeps growing. So this year is an amazing affirmation to see that we have a concrete floor here. This keeps getting elevated more and more by Mountain Music Fest and by Ace Adventure Resort. So we are here for it, and it's so rare to find that kind of that kind of endorsement, and also just general understanding that of what we're doing here, and not having it be like some sort of side quest or something.
Yeah.
It's integrated, fully integrated.
Ace loves artists. They take really good care of us.
Yes.
Snaps for that.
Yes, that's that. Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All
Love
done?
y'all. Okay. All right. Peace.
And cut.